Oh, Ms. Markle, you ain't fooling anyone. We just know that you're listening. Yes, that's right. On this new mood board to celebrate 7 years of misery, marriage, there you'll see the most obvious moon bump picture yet. Let me read the post to you. 7 years of marriage. A lifetime of hell for Harry. A lifetime of stories. Thanks to all of you, whether by our side or from afar, who have loved and supported us throughout our love story. We appreciate you. Happy anniversary. And it is funny to think, 7 years ago on this day, I was in Windsor with Ms. Meghan Kelly, celebrating this union that we thought could bring joy to the world, could enhance the reputation of the royal family. Brittany from the Royal News Network, how wrong we all were. But we know a lot about Meghan's mood boards, don't we, Brittany? We know that they're used for a very specific purpose. I mean, as the aforementioned Meghan Kelly revealed recently, her mood boards used to be used to pray that she was going to meet a Prince Harry. Now we see the pictures of her marriage, of her union, of her children that she wants us to see. What's your take on what she's put forward to the world today, Brittany?
Well, looking through it, Dan, all I can think of is that this is Meghan's love story, a Meghan. It's all about Meghan. She's usually the one in focus in the shots. She's usually the one who's front and center in almost every single picture. And I just get the sense every time I see it that this is just about Meghan celebrating Meghan. This is her grand achievement, is bagging sort of a dim prince. This is her grand achievement in life. So she's really celebrating herself. Her children feature in there a little bit. So does her husband slightly, but it's really all about celebrating Meghan. And finally, how through marriage, she was able to force herself upon the world. And I think we've all been dreading it ever since. And I don't think anybody more than Prince Harry himself.
I mean, it's interesting because you can definitely see, if you look here, Brittany, 2020, I would argue they are still in love, aren't they? Certainly at that point, whether she's ever been in love with him is a whole other story. But Harry definitely is at that point. He didn't realize what was to come. But of course, the misery, the sadness on his face comes later. And you'll even see, look at these pictures, which are further down to 2023. Look at Harry's face there and in that black and white imagery. And sure, there's a lot of PDA, right? So we've got lots of PDA, lots of kissing, lots of handsy action. But that actually is not proof of happiness. I need you to do something for me right now. It is free. It is easy. It is simple. Just hit that subscribe button on YouTube. That's because over 50% of you watching this video haven't done that yet.
Mm-mm. And when I see their PDA, sometimes it seems very forced and almost like they're trying to strangle each other at the same time they're trying to show affection. They're like holding each other awkwardly. So you just don't even feel the sense of love like they're trying to portray. But when you look at the pictures of 2020, this is the high for them. He thinks he is the knight saving her from the terror that is his family and the British press and all these sorts of things. And so they're riding the high of their delusional fantasies. But as reality has kicked in by 2023, 2024, 2025, and life isn't as good as I think Meghan played it up for Harry. I think she spun him quite a tale when they were going to go to Montecito in California, that how they would be these big stars and that everything would be wonderful and amazing. And then they get there and it's yes, they got these huge deals, but everything's become increasingly disastrous. Harry's, of course, Heart of Invictus series and Polo, which were both his, I think, passion projects, massively failed with Netflix. Hers sort of barely got off the ground, was more because people were mocking it than anything else. So I think the two of them, I can't help but imagine that they live together in misery. This has been 7 years of, yes, some highs, some delusions, but also a lot of misery and pain along the way.
Absolutely, Brittany, absolutely. Now, look, we know that Meghan is aware of the speculation in regards to the pregnancy. What do you make specifically of these three shots, which are believed to show the picture of Archie, a never before seen picture of Archie after his birth, which we would assume would be in the Portland hospital, the ultrasound scan picture, and then this very, very incongruous picture of Meghan's bump?
I mean, she has to be aware of all this talk and speculation regarding the surrogacy. She can't not be aware of it. But at the same time, she's the one who caused it. Her and Harry wanted to play games with her pregnancy. And because of that, now you have all this needless speculation that exists, that they rent their kids, that the kids aren't theirs, that like all these sorts of things that have stemmed from her wanting to play games with her pregnancy. Now, I can't tell for sure if anything is a moon bump or not. But what I can say is that the worst offenders, you could say, to Archie and Lily in some ways are their own parents for deciding to play games in the media and resulting in all these people, much like Harry suffered when he was a child and an adult, people thinking he was the son of James Hewitt. He has done now the same thing essentially to his own children. People wonder if they're his or if there are some sort of surrogates or some other woman or something. It's just all such craziness. And none of this is helping that needless speculation. People, of course, will be analyzing it to death. But regardless, the kids are here, they're alive. So obviously, hoping all is well for the children, but their parents, they have done them no favors.
No, because all of the pictures, again, Brittany, are really odd. Because it's very hard to see the extent to which they've been manipulated, because these are all very small pictures. And I mean, if you look at this one, Archie's hair is jet black, for example. I mean, there's a lot of bizarre things. Now, if Meghan wanted to be transparent, given, let's be honest, she wants people to run these pictures, then why not release high resolution pictures of all of these moments so that we can actually see them for ourselves? The fact that they are all part of this mood board is what's very suspicious to me.
Yes. And when it comes to the kids' hair in particular, I've actually always been a bit on the fence that Meghan manipulates the pictures so that Archie's hair is redder than it is. Because we've seen a broad spectrum on his hair over the years. And I just don't understand why that she feels the need to do this. I think Lilibet's hair has been more consistently in the red hue, but Archie's hair has kind of run the spectrum. And it's just her, again, need to control things and her desperate need to control and make everything look a particular way and try to send a particular message always ends up backfiring on her, because this is the time of authenticity. We don't really, filters are good, but we sort of want people to tell us that they're using filters in this sort of space. Meghan just wants to manipulate everything. She is definitely living in the Instagram of 2014, not 2025. And that's part of the reason why her profile isn't growing. People can sense the fakery and they're not as amused as they were by it or not as savvy as they are by it now. And so because of that, Meghan's whole strategy here is just completely tone deaf.
Yeah, indeed, because if you look at the most recent picture, which we believe has probably been taken on this holiday that they leaked to People magazine recently, Brittany, okay, you've got the PDA, but if you look at the picture of the children there, they are both wearing hats and both facing away from the camera, and it's completely impossible to see whether that is an authentic picture or not.
It is. And it's just, again, goes back to these media games. I just don't know why Meghan thinks these help her. I mean, I guess she just wants people to speculate endlessly, but this is not good speculation. I don't think it's helping her public reputation in the slightest. And it's just like, at this point, my always thought has been either show your kids and talk about them, totally fine. But if you don't want to show your kids, don't talk about them, leave them off, and allow them to have the private lives that you claim you want them to have. Stop these like teasing bits. I just find them very obnoxious on multiple levels. I see other people do it too. I'm just not a fan of it. Either keep your kids off social media or put them on. Don't try to bridge the gap, because it just never seems to work. And she just wants to, again, play all these sorts of media games and try to manipulate things in her favor. And it never goes in her favor. Almost every single time it ends up disastrously for her. But she's trying to spin the lie. I mean, this is about their alleged love story. It's a lie. Imagine in a couple of years we'll hear the divorce story, and that'll be the new story for her. So,
well, indeed, we know she's shopping it already, isn't she? But look,
yes.
look at this, for example, which Elle Rose Create and Meghan's Mole have pointed out. Now, there does seem to be at least one provably fake image within this collage. You'll remember that moment when the couple were in New Zealand and they did the hongi with the senior Māori figure, and those images seem to have been put together to create this new image, Brittany, of Harry and Meghan together.
Oh my gosh, I can so 100% believe that's the case. Photoshop is very easy for most people to use anymore, and a lot of people do use it. Are we surprised Meghan uses Photoshop to create an image that seems to utilize other things that the media has taken? Of course she does. But, we don't know, let's say that could have been something that they did earlier. Can't see all the details to know for sure, but would she 100% create a fake image? Oh, yes, she would. That would be, I just can totally see that right now. That's just hysterical though, because she just, again, wants to portray and spread this narrative that may not necessarily be true because it benefits her for now to sell the love story.
Brittany, it wasn't the only piece of absolute weirdness, social media weirdness this weekend. I'm not going to play the music for copyright reason, but Ms. Markle posted this video of her flowers, but Brittany, she accompanied it with the LL Cool J song, Doing It, all about sex. What did you make of that?
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess it is their anniversary weekend. So I guess that could be the case. Although you got to wonder if she's making her own bouquet of flowers. Why didn't Harry get those for her? Very interesting question. But she's been focusing a lot on flowers recently. So I don't know if it's a reference to flower sprinkles. I don't know if she's doing something with Abigail Spencer's flower delivery service, what have you. So she's definitely working on a variety, like she's definitely gearing up for a new As Ever launch, but I still don't know what As Ever is supposed to be. I don't know what message she's trying to send, but she's trying to be coy and cute. It's just not funny. She's in her 40s now. It's time to grow up a little bit.
Oh, well, I don't think there's any chance of her growing up, Brittany. I don't think there's any chance. In fact, she's going down, if you know what I'm saying. Certainly in terms of immaturity. I did just want to take one moment to look back at just one moment from the wedding, Brittany. And of course, this was during the sermon, and the royal family were clearly mortified and finding it all very uncomfortable. But I think given we now know so much more,
it's so funny to rewatch some of that, Beatrice and Catherine and Camilla, like they were all sort of in on it at this point. They're listening to this sermon. He's talking about love, and they're all thinking, we know she's just marrying him for the title and the money. We all kind of know this at this point. And so it's just kind of funny to watch them react and know how disastrously everything was going on behind the scenes, how disastrously the relationship has ended up with his family and him and everything. And so to see them react like this, you got to know that they're just kind of laughing. I mean, part of it was that the sermon went on for a really long time. And they're like, this should be somewhat short instead of going on and on. But it's looking back, and Harry and Meghan still are obsessed with this idea that they had some sort of magnificent love story when it's really a tale as old as time. A woman of a lower social standing manages to grab a man of an upper standing. So she's managed to social climb. It's like one of the oldest things women have done for centuries, millennia. So she's not breaking any ground here like she seems to think that she is. But the royal family was definitely pretty suspect at that point.
Absolutely, for very good reason. Okay, Brittany, the other big story over the weekend, Bullies Unite. Chrissy Teigen is to appear as the star guest on season 2 of Meghan Markle's Netflix series With Love, Meghan. Now, she was the first to receive one of the jams from the Duchess of Sussex back in 2024, of course. And the Daily Mail reports that while there will be Chrissy in the show, there will be no sign of Prince Harry. A source revealed to the newspaper Chrissy is the big name in series 2 and they have been friends for a long time. On the downside, there is no sign of Harry at all in this one and nothing of the children either. Meghan and Chrissy have much in common, the Mail reports. Both appeared as briefcase girls on game show Deal or No Deal. In an interview in 2018, Chrissy said, I am especially a fan of Meghan. I was on Deal or No Deal with her and she was lovely. And the paper reports they bonded further after Meghan wrote to Chrissy when she lost her unborn baby Jack at 20 weeks in September 2020. A few months earlier, Meghan had suffered a miscarriage, something she would reveal later this year. Brittany, you posted on this alleged bullies unite, I guess. And we will get into what we're really dealing with Chrissy Teigen here. But there are huge hypocritical moments, aren't there, in the fact that Meghan has got rid of friends and family members for so much less than the public actions, the vile public actions of Chrissy Teigen, one of the world's biggest internet trolls, who Meghan is now going to put on a pedestal. What did you make of this signing?
I mean, it's number one, if this Chrissy Teigen is the biggest guest star that she can get, that's pretty lame. Chrissy Teigen, obviously, she's most known for, she was a model first, but then she married John Legend, and that's really how she's had her staying power. And when it comes to even just getting Meghan's jam initially, she was actually the best one to sell it. She showed a recipe, it was interesting, and I'm like, and then she's showing her own products. I was like, wow, Meghan can learn a lot of lessons from Chrissy. Of course, she hasn't. But looking at the addition of Chrissy, I mean, they claim to be good friends, but have we seen a single picture of them together in years? I don't think so. We have heard nothing about them having dinner together, going out together, or anything of the sort. Yeah, Meghan sent a letter, but I think, like most of Hollywood, this is sort of a fake friendship. Like, they are friendly, but are they actually in each other's confidences? Probably definitely not.
So Chrissy Teigen's the new Mindy Kaling, is what you're basically saying, Brittany.
Yes, the best they could get.
But I think Chrissy Teigen's going to be better at faking it. But look, there is a huge irony in the fact that Meghan would want to put on a pedestal a woman like Chrissy Teigen. Let me show you what, according to Taz, had to say about this. She wrote, Meghan and Harry have launched a campaign, No Child Lost to Social Media, but she's chosen Chrissy to appear on her show, who bullied a teenager so badly on social media that she wanted to kill herself. In fact, Chrissy even told her to kill herself publicly, encouraging her followers to pile on as well. So not only did Chrissy Teigen write sick stuff about children, she also targeted Courtney Stodden and bullied her so badly that she wanted to take her own life. Courtney was married off at 16 to a 51-year-old actor who had started grooming her at 15 when she attended acting classes. She said that she was sexualized, exploited, and abused by everyone around her, which was clear for most people to see. But rather than feeling concern or compassion to the 16 to 17-year-old girl, Chrissy started abusing her online. Chrissy targeted her on Twitter, telling her to take a dirt nap and to go to sleep forever. Courtney said she even privately sent messages telling her to kill herself. In 2021, this was made public and Chrissy publicly apologized to the media and on Twitter. Yet, according to Courtney, she never reached out to her directly, so her apologies were obviously more about damage control for her reputation because she found out. And when you look at the old posts on X, the old tweets from Chrissy Teigen, they really will turn your stomach. Okay, so let me just read out a couple of them. They're really not nice. Go to sleep forever. That was to Courtney Stodden. My home erupts as I deeply penetrate my long, hard lemongrass. Garlic overwhelms my senses as I stuff it into my snapper. You have rabies. You're like a bad Mad Lib. And there's more on a whole load of other tweets that were uncovered. She says, if you said, eat this one bite of human and you can eat any other meat the rest of your life, or Chrissy, you eat turkey forever, I'd eat human. Skinny pedos drink pedo light. I'm going to jail over pizza. Water slide that goes through a shark tank. If yeah, time to get my pedo on. Seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just want to put myself in jail. Now, he just said the cleanest and best pleasure is to have sex with a 13-year-old up until that. Ha, 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 ha. I mean, Brittany, this is not normal behavior on any level. It is the type of behavior that Meghan Markle would condemn. What, because Chrissy Teigen is married to John Legend, Meghan is going to unite with this woman? Or is it because actually Meghan deep down has sympathy for celebrity bullies?
Well, I'm sure as a bully herself, or alleged bully, as we required to say, she definitely wants to, she attracts like. Meghan, if you'll notice, is only friends with people who are really like Meghan, because they're the only people who can really stand to be around her for a significant period of time. And so Meghan attracts the same people that she is similar to. And Chrissy Teigen's posts were just wildly inappropriate. And it all came out, and she was sort of canceled for a little bit, and it's been slowly trying to claw her way back. I think maybe one of her cookware lines or something was dropped for a period of time, which was good, because why in the world would any grown woman feel the need to say any of that? And I noticed this was a long time ago as well. Like, if you look at some of her posts, they're sort of terribly worded. Like on Instagram, it's like she can't really write. And so it's just all sorts of awfulness, but Meghan has no qualms with being buddy-buddy with somebody who's controversial, as long as they can help her get ahead in Hollywood.
The centerpiece of the post is a montage of personal photographs from throughout Meghan and Harry's relationship. The message focuses on love, support, and their journey together. However, the presentation immediately drew attention because the images appear highly curated, with Meghan prominently featured throughout the collage. Critics argue that the collection functions less as a family album and more as a carefully managed public narrative. Supporters see it as a personal anniversary tribute. Either way, the reaction has been intense, and the discussion has quickly moved beyond the anniversary itself. One of the strongest reactions online has centered on the perception that the collage places Meghan at the center of nearly every image. While Harry and the children are included, Meghan is frequently the focal point, leading some commentators to argue that the project is as much about her personal image as it is about the marriage. This fits a broader criticism that has followed the couple for years, that their public appearances and social media messaging are often interpreted through the lens of branding and image management. Whether that interpretation is fair or not, it has become a recurring theme in discussions about the Sussexes. Another reason the collage is attracting attention is the quality and presentation of the images. Many are relatively small, stylized, or filtered, making detailed analysis impossible. Some critics argue that this only fuels further speculation because the photographs cannot be easily examined. Others respond that no family should have to provide high-resolution personal photographs to satisfy internet rumors. The larger issue is that Meghan has long been associated with meticulous image control, and every new release is interpreted as part of a broader communication strategy. The discussion has also extended to Archie and Lilibet, particularly because they remain largely out of public view. Every new photograph generates intense analysis of their appearance, hair color, and development. This level of scrutiny raises an uncomfortable question. Are the children benefiting from this publicity, or are they becoming participants in an ongoing public relations battle between their parents and their critics? That may be the most important issue of all. Meghan Markle's anniversary collage has achieved one undeniable result. It has put the Sussexes back at the center of the royal conversation. Whether the goal was to celebrate a marriage, reinforce a family narrative, or counter persistent online rumors, the reaction has been enormous. The images have reopened debates about transparency, privacy, public relations, and the lasting consequences of the couple's highly managed approach to their personal lives. The questions surrounding these photographs are unlikely to disappear anytime soon. If you enjoyed this analysis, subscribe for more in-depth royal commentary, and let me know in the comments. Do you think this anniversary post was simply a personal celebration, or was it a deliberate attempt to reshape the public narrative?